What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Lord of the Rings Diamond Select series, Samwise Gamgee and Saruman the White. I'm pretty excited. It looks pretty awesome. So I kind of lost track of what wave this is. Oh, it's a series 6, if I would just read something. But series 6 is Sam and Saruman. I kind of wish they continued to build a figure. Imagine if they did like 2 waves and we got a huge Balrog. Oh, man, that'd be so freaking awesome. I mean, because with the reveal of the other Hobbits, I mean, that's... The next wave is going to complete the Fellowship of the Ring movie for the most part, except maybe Bilbo. And I would like an older Bilbo. That would be pretty cool, actually. And Balrog. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but that would be pretty awesome to get a huge, maybe slightly less, not that Diamond Select figures are super articulated anyway, but like a slightly less articulated Balrog. I'd pay 200 for it, 300 maybe. There's the barcode for Saruman, and there's the barcode for Samwise. But yeah, I'm pretty excited as always to get these guys open. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do just that. So getting these guys out of the package, they're pretty much what I expected. Sam is definitely a little bit better than Saruman in terms of articulation, but I think Saruman looks better. But like Saruman's got one of the weirdest things I think I've ever seen on an action figure, and we'll talk about that when we get to him. But I think we're going to start with Sam because he looks pretty good, and I'm a big Samwise Gamgee fan. He's a pretty cool ass dude if you ask me. I mean, he's loyal as shit, like the pinnacle of best friends. Come on now, right? Am I right? Let me know if I'm wrong. But I really like the way that this turned out. The head sculpt looks pretty good. I think the hair, the way they painted the hair. I mean, Diamond Select, say what you want about them articulation, but they always paint their figures very nicely. It's got tons of washes and dry brushes. All the details are punched in with the buttons and the belt buckles. You even got like a dry brush and a wash on the hair, on the feet. I love that. You know, it's essential for a Hobbit. Love the suspenders in the back. A little bit of a clasp there. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty damn good, actually. And they've been putting in vertical hinges. Look at that. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I mean, the sculpt is there and the paint is there. The likeness is, it's okay. It's definitely Sam. I think it could be a little bit better. I mean, I think Saruman definitely suits the head sculpt a little bit better, in my opinion. But yeah, he looks pretty damn good. Now, he does come with a bunch of stuff, so we'll talk about that real quick. First, he comes with this cape, and look at that paint on that. That's a good amount of paint. And then you are going to need to pop the head off, which is not difficult at all. I was kind of worried it was going to be if you want to put his cloak on, which I feel like that's iconic, like to have his cloak on him. So that's probably where I'm going to leave mine. I do like his satchel too, though. So I think you have to put the satchel on first, but the satchel looks good. You got stuff painted on there, dry brushes, all that good stuff. So loop it up here, pop it over there, pop this back on. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. There we go. That's what I like to see. That looks pretty damn good. Big fan of that. That looks nice. But what can Sam hold, you may ask? Well, first off, comes with the potion here. Looks pretty good. And this is just in the hand, which I like that. And it has a vertical hinge. I'd be careful moving these. These are small joints, but yeah, it comes with a vertical hinge. And then you just get kind of 2 relaxed hands because he comes with gripping hands on there. I don't think Sam needs fist hands, which is a rare case for me. You have the chest. Looks really good. A little bit of green on top of there. Even the silver's punching on the clasp. Pretty nice. Very small accessory. I will say, I don't think any of the hands hold it very well. You might need to, like, pose them to have both of the open hands, like, holding it, like, balance-wise. But, you do get 2 little swords. This one has a sheath. I mean, I guess technically you could... Oh, no, you cannot. It's only for this one. But, yeah, that looks pretty good. I like the wash on that. The swords look nice. There's little daggers or blades or whatever they are. They look good. But I think my favorite accessory is the backpack. looks really good. All this stuff is like painted like iron and washes and dry brush on the blankie. Looks really nice. And the way you get this on is you pop these out and then kind of pop them back in. Very cool. Very cool. Looks very good. In terms of Samwise's articulation here, I'm going to leave the cloak and the bag on just, because I think a lot of people are going to pose them like that. And honestly, they don't really affect it. So the head's going to look up pretty good. Down, not so bad. Pivot side to side and rotate. It's a pretty good double ball peg system on there. Works very nice. Shoulders will go up to just about horizontal. That's nice. They'll go down, rotate. I do always suggest with Diamond Select figures heating them up. Only about 90 in a rotation, and then wrist swivel and hinge at the wrist. But that is rough. You do get a double diaphragm joint at the top, which pivots. There, it's okay. It'll rotate there. You also get a swivel at his beer belly. I like that, but then lining it up is kind of a bitch. I hate that. Hips go out that far. They go down. He'll kick forward, back. No thigh cut, but it'll pivot on the ball joint. And then a really bad single jointed knee. I gotta say, that's nothing. That's neutral. That's fully bent. I don't like that. You do get a rotation at the shin though, where the shin meets the pants, and then the ankle goes down and up, and will pivot. So for Sam, any other character, I'd be like, wow, this sucks. But for Sam, yeah, it's fine. It's not great, but it'll do. Now moving on to the villain himself, Saruman the White. It's pretty awesome. He looks pretty good. I think that Christopher Lee head sculpt is not perfect, but pretty nice. I like it. I like the wash in the hair. Looks very good. The beard being a different color is accurate and very nice. I like the little streak of gray in there. He's a little cross-eyed, but I kind of think Christopher Lee is, to be honest, or was. Arms look good. Love the sculpting texture along the cuffs of the sleeves. That looks great. The wash on the inside for the body looks awesome. This is a very soft, well, not very, but it is a softer plastic. So, I mean, if you're looking for a custom Jesus figure, you probably do something with this, to be honest. Savage Crucible, or Biblical Adventures, I think, is a company doing a Jesus figure. Still debating if I want that or not. I really like the wash along the coat here. Looks very good. The strings on the belt, I guess this is a belt, I don't know. They're painted nice. I do wish that brown was kind of carried in a little bit more. And then they put a lot of paint on his legs, which is really stupid, because you're never going to see it, ever. There's not even a cut on this. This is traffic cone, as Robo would say. But it's useless articulation. Useless. His ankles having articulation is fine, but these joints need to, pop, you know what I mean? To get them to work, and they just can't. I never realized he's kind of low-key got, sneakers on. It's kind of funny, but yeah, it's not gonna work. He'll stand. He doesn't really give me a problem standing, but I would need to, cut up the side, which I think I did on one of the other figures, but I don't think I really need to do it for Saruman. But yeah, he looks really nice. That's definitely the strong point of this figure. I mean, technically, it's really a strong point of both of them, but I think Saruman in particular looks a lot better than he moves. But yeah, that works. So they did some interesting stuff here, to say the least. So first off, you will get his staff. Looks like Sauron. Looks awesome. I like that. Get a little bit of light up in there. Looks pretty good. And you do get a gripping hand to hold that, which I'll show in a second. You get the orb. Whoa. And it's a nice orb. And this, I do wish that this hand was kind of one piece. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I hate balancing that, because I want to pose him with the staff and the orb. That's how I want to hold that. So I might just put a little dab of glue on there. And then you get, which I think is pretty smart, but the way they did it isn't so smart. So you do get the interchangeable arm pieces. So, because a big complaint before was if you pose this arm, that looks stupid, right? And that's pretty genius to send arm pieces. But I think what they should have done was have this articulated normally, and then, and then put this piece in too, so you have the option to move this around, because this is, again, kind of skipping into articulation. That's a double ball peg at the elbow. I have never seen that, and I don't really get what the functionality of it is supposed to do. Like, you can kind of get them to go forward, but like it'll rotate, but like really weird joint. I can't even describe it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, one of the weirdest things I've ever seen on a figure. It has it here too. I guess it's just to like allow him to pivot. It's kind of smart, but kind of like what the fuck at the same time. Oh, I do like this. I do like this hand though. The like nasty long nails hand. It's pretty cool. But yeah, really odd choice there. Really odd choice. And then this arm, which is for the left side, came with a right hand. Really weird. Plug that on here. Pop this in the hand. This, that looks awesome. I'll admit, that looks awesome. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I like that. But yeah, really just odd choice there in terms of articulation for the arms. As far as the rest of the articulation is concerned, the head's really not going to do much. I mean, you got huge beard, huge long hair. It'll pivot a little bit, rotate, not really looking up and down. You do get the arms that go up this far. They'll go down. They'll rotate without popping out. They will rotate. They'll rotate. And then the wrists all swivel and hinge. All the gripping hands have vertical hinges, which is nice. Funny enough, the diaphragm joint is pretty damn good on this guy. He'll crunch forward pretty far, back. Great pivot side to side, and it'll rotate at the top and the bottom of it. It's ultimately useless. I mean, it's just going to be for adjusting poses. This leg setup is terrible. I mean, a cut on the side would have done at least a little something. I mean, because like he's not acrobatic, but he does move. I mean, like in the first movie, the fight between him and Gandalf is like one of my favorite scenes in all of the trilogy, and you can't really get to do any of that. But whatever. So really, it's just you're gonna get a swivel like at the boot, and then the ankle will go down and up and pivot. Just enough movement to get him to stand is really all this is beneficial for. Which I get. I mean, unless you did like a full soft goods thing, which I'm happy that they didn't, just because the rest of the line hasn't been like that. And I like Lord of the Rings for sure. They're great movies. I've never seen The Hobbit though, like the Hobbit trilogy, which is something I want to change this year. But I'm not going to pay like $50 to $100 for really good soft goods ones. Like, I don't care that much. These are perfect, but in terms of like price point, but whatever. In terms of scaling, they are 7-inch scale figures. So here they are next to the NECA Toys King Kong, along with the Jazzwares Fortnite series Peely. Here they are next to the 7-inch scale McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman, and the 6-inch scale Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men series Darwin. And then here they are next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends What If series Zombie Captain America. So you might be out there wondering, yo, Amp, what are your final thoughts on this set of figures here? And I gotta say, they're pretty cool. I'm happy to just keep building the line of Diamond Select characters for Lord of the Rings. I mean, I guess technically there's like an infinite amount of characters that they could do in terms of like background characters or like one-line characters, but like for the most part, if they give us like a Bilbo, like I want the older version of Bilbo, like when Frodo like first leaves, like this is a pretty solid assortment. And a Balrog. Balrog would be awesome, but like for your Fellowship of the Ring, we're almost there. I mean, the next series, Series 7 will fix that and, like, finish it, I guess. But give us, like, an older Bilbo and a huge Balrog, and I'll be a happy-ass camper. Happy camper. A new Treebeard would be cool, too. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with these. These look pretty good. But the articulation on Saruman's pretty atrocious. Like, he's a posable statue at this point. Like, he's barely even qualifying for an action figure. Samwise is fine. Sam's good, but Saruman is very limited, like very limited, even more than Gandalf was, and Gandalf was pretty limited too. But I get it, but it does kind of still suck. So with all that in mind, at a price point of $30 a piece, I'll give them each a 7. Actually, no, I'll give Sam an 8. I think Sam is pretty good, but I'll give Saruman a 7 because that articulation. Personally, I don't care because he doesn't really need it, but the double ball peg in the elbows is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. If you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me here on TikTok, Instagram, and Letterboxd. I post a lot on all of those apps, and I have a good time, so I'm sure you all will too. But as always, let me know. You coppin'? See you guys in the next one. Peace.
What goes on, guys? I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them, as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.